Good morning, students. Till now, we discussed in this chapter that attractive force which acts between each object in this universe. Also, we named that attractive force applied by Earth, that is gravity. And due to this gravity, each and every object which we leave from a height, it comes towards the surface of Earth. In this chapter, we discussed about the formula for gravitational force between any two objects, then free fall, acceleration due to gravity, and in that we discussed mainly the thing that acceleration due to gravity depends on mass of planet, radius of planet, and universal gravitational constant. This acceleration due to gravity do not depends upon the mass of object. Now let us discuss next topic of this chapter. In this video we will discuss about mainly two quantities, mass and weight. Students, if someone, suppose your friend, asks that what is your weight, then what do you tell? That suppose my weight is 50 kg. Actually, you are confused with your weight and with your mass. Actually, you are telling to your friend about your mass 50 kg, and that is not your weight. And in turn, your friend tells you that my weight is 52 kg. So that is also the mass of your friend, not the weight of the friend. But yeah, you can compare that 50 kg with 52 kg, and you can compare the difference. Now, this mass and weight are the quantities which are always confused with the people, and we use weight word in comparison of mass. Actually, what is mass? Mass is the quantity of matter contained in an object. Students, you must have studied in chemistry that every object is made up of matter, a substance. So, how much that matter is present in an object, that measurement is known as mass of that object. That's why its unit is kilogram. SI unit is kilogram, and some other units like gram and the centigram and so on, these are the smaller units. Gram is its CGS unit. Also, this mass remains constant everywhere. If you are on earth, your mass is same. If you are going on moon, there again your mass will remain same. If you go on another planet like on Mars or Jupiter or suppose on sun, your mass can never change because quantity of matter is always same. As it do not depends upon direction, so it is a scalar quantity. It can never be zero, because if we say that object is formed by some matter, so it have some mass can never be zero. So this was about this quantity mass. Now another quantity which we get confused with this mass, that is weight. So what is weight? Weight of a body on earth is actually the force with which it is attracted towards the center of earth. Because till now we discussed that if something is present on the surface of earth is applying gravitational force towards its center. Actually, we discussed that earth as well as object are applying force towards its center, but still the object is moving towards earth because the that mass of earth is large, and due to which it is pulling the object, and mass of that object is very small. Smaller mass, greater acceleration, so object falls towards the earth. We discussed it in last lecture. Now, so weight is that force of attraction. How much force of attraction is acting on the object, that measurement is given by the term weight. This is given by the mass multiplied by weight. Mass multiplied by acceleration due to gravity, as quantity of matter contained in an object multiplied by the acceleration due to gravity. As beta we discussed that this acceleration due to gravity depends upon the position of the object. If object is on the surface of earth, at that place the acceleration due to gravity is maximum. If the object goes in at a height, or the object goes at the depth from the surface of earth, this acceleration due to gravity decreases. This will be studied by you in class 11th. There is a derivation of this. Right now just make it sure that acceleration due to gravity is maximum at the surface of earth, and as you go at a higher height or in the depth, acceleration due to gravity decreases. And as acceleration due to gravity decreases when go from the surface, it is multiplied by mass, it is given by weight. So weight also decreases when you go at a height or when you go in the depth. So your weight is maximum on the surface of earth, and when you go higher or in the depth, your weight is decreases. Also, in last lecture we discussed about that this acceleration due to gravity is higher on pole of earth and lesser on the equator of earth. It means if you measure your weight on poles, then your weight will be more. But if you measure your weight on equator, your weight will be lesser. So it is more beneficial to measure your weight on equator as compared to poles. Okay. Now weight, as it is a force, so it need a direction, it is a vector quantity. This weight, as we discussed, changes place to place. Let us discuss some more points and the difference between mass and weight. Mass of a body is the quantity of matter contained in it. The weight of a body on the earth is the force with which it is attracted towards the center of earth. Mass is a scalar quantity as it do not need any direction. Weight is a vector quantity since it has both magnitude and direction. Because it is a force and force need direction, that's why weight is vector quantity. SI unit of mass is kilogram and CGS unit of mass is gram. SI unit of weight is Newton. Mass is measured by beam balance or common balance. What is beam balance? You can see this. You must have noticed the shopkeepers to measure the mass of the object what you are purchasing. This is beam balance. It measures mass. And this is spring balance. It measures weight of the object. Now, weight is measured by spring balance. Mass of body is constant and it does not change from place to place. Weight of a body can be zero when a body is taken to the center of earth, because at the center of earth acceleration due to gravity is zero. Acceleration due to gravity at the center is zero and hence weight is zero. weight of object is maximum at the surface of earth. Mass of body can never be zero. It can never be zero because the object is made up of matter, and if anything has matter, it has some mass. So this was all about mass and weight, and this difference is your blueprint question in text question. So write your difference from this question, from this slide. Now, gravity and weight. As beta we discussed that this weight is depending on mass multiplied by acceleration due to gravity, and this acceleration due to gravity in turn depends upon the mass of the planet, the gravitational constant, and the radius of the planet. As gravitational constant, no doubt it is fixed everywhere on earth, on surface of earth, or on surface of moon, or on surface of any other planet. But the mass of planet and the radius of planet are different, and as these things are different, so acceleration due to gravity is also different on different planets, and as acceleration due to gravity is different, so weight of object will be also different. As here you can see, on earth acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meter per second square. As the mass and radius of moon is less as compared to earth, so its acceleration due to gravity is small as compared to earth. It is nearly 1/6 as the this acceleration due to gravity on earth. And on Jupiter, we all know size of Jupiter is very large as compared to earth, so its acceleration due to gravity is also large, and more the acceleration due to gravity, more will be your weight on Jupiter. Means if you measure your weight on moon, then it will be less, but if you measure your weight on Jupiter, it will be very large. Okay, so and also weight of 1 kg mass is 9.8 Newton. How it comes? Because W is equal to mg, as m is 1 kg and g is 9.8 meter per second square. When we multiply it, then weight will be 9.8 Newton. Now let us derive a relationship and a derivation which shows the relationship of acceleration due to gravity between earth and moon, and as acceleration due to gravity is 1/6 on moon, so weight of object on moon is 1/6 as the weight of an object on the earth. So let us derive it mathematically. The weight of an object on moon is 1/6 of the weight of earth. Let mass of an object be m. Its weight on earth means the force by which earth attracts it towards the center. Now the formula is Fe equal to Gme m by Re square. E is denoting on earth, force on earth means weight on earth. Me means mass of, capital Me mass of earth, and small m is mass of that object which we have placed on the surface of earth, and Re is the radius of earth, where G is gravitational constant, Me mass of earth, this is mass of object, this is radius of earth. Now weight of an object on moon, so Fm means force applied by moon on that object which is having mass m, and force means weight of that object on moon is equal to the gravitational constant, mass of moon, mass of that object divided by the radius square of the moon. Now when we divide equation 1 by equation 2, Fe by Fm is equal to, this is the formula for Fe, and divided by Fm, so reverse of this is the formula of Fm. and then this mass of object, same mass of object, so cancelled out, say, because we have placed the same object on earth and that object we have taken to moon. So mass remains same, we know it do not change. So finally we get the formula, and this g is also same, so these two things get cancelled and we get me by this m mass of earth divided by mass of moon multiplied by radius of moon divided by the radius of earth square. Now as we know that mass of earth is 100 times the mass of moon, so we can write that is mass of earth is equal to 100 m mass of on moon, and also radius of earth is 4 times the radius of moon. So Re is equal to 4 of Rm. Now we will place these values, that is here Me, in place of Me we have written 100 Me, and here Re in place of that we have written this 4 Rm. When we cancel it, R from R, M from M, we get 100 divided by this 4 square 16. So it is 100 by 16 and approximately it is 6 times. So force on earth is equal to 6 multiplied by force on moon, means 6 times as the force applied by moon. So we have proved here that weight of an object is equal to 6 times as weight of an object on moon. Or in the same way you can prove that acceleration due to gravity depends upon the acceleration due to gravity on earth is 6 times as compared to acceleration due to gravity on moon. So important derivation, and in your NCERT book this derivation have been given in a different way. If you find that derivation easy, you can do it from there also, no problem at all, because in your NCERT the derivation have been given that when we get these two formulas, then what we do, we put the values of mass of earth, mass of moon, radius of moon and radius of earth, and then we have to remember those values of these all the things, and then we simply write these values, and we need not to calculate there, we directly can write that after calculating we get this is equal to 6 into Fm. So whatever you find easy you can do that derivation, but derivation is important for your exams. Now beta, last topic, that till now we discussed in motion chapter the equations of motion when the object is moving on a horizontal path. Now as in this chapter we are discussing about the gravity, means when object is falling from a height. So we will convert those equations of motion in case of free fall, that how we can use those equations in free fall. So let us see this picture. This girl is having an object in her hand, and when she throw this object in upward direction, then what happens, that this object is going in upward direction, the object moving in upward, but the force of gravity is acting in downward direction. So this acceleration is in downward, means the acceleration due to gravity is negative because it is going against to the force of direction, and as the force is in downward direction, then this object, the velocity of this object go on decreasing, and finally at the highest point its velocity becomes 0. Then what will happen, At this point it stops for a moment, and after that again it comes in downward direction. Why it comes in downward direction? Because force of gravity is acting in downward direction. Now in this case, as the force is in downward direction and object is also moving in this downward direction, so the acceleration due to gravity will be positive. Now one more thing, when we throw this object in upward direction, we have to give a velocity to this object. Only then this object will move, because if we are not giving any velocity, this object cannot move. So in this case, initial velocity have some value and final velocity will become 0 when we throw an object in upward direction. But when object comes from this height towards downward direction, in that case initial velocity of that object was 0, and as it is going in coming in downward direction, it is gaining the velocity. It has some acceleration due to force. So in this case the maximum the final velocity will have some value, means initial was 0 and when it comes in downward direction, final have some value. So we can convert the equations of motion in case of free fall, as v equal to, we were having the equation of motion v equal to u plus at. So we convert this a with the g. Acceleration is changed from acceleration to the acceleration due to gravity. Now another equation, second equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. So s is replaced with h, means height of object, and a is replaced by g. So this is second equation. In third equation we were having v square equal to u square plus 2as. Now a is replaced by g and s is replaced by h. So in this way we get equations of motion for free fall when object is moving from a height. Now tips to solve the numerical problems, that when a body is dropped freely, its initial velocity u equal to 0, means dropped from a height, then initially it was 0 and when it start moving then it gains the velocity. When the body is thrown vertically upwards, its final velocity becomes 0 at the maximum height. We already have discussed. Acceleration due to gravity always acts in the downward direction, so the sign of g is taken as positive when object goes in downward direction, means in the same direction, and negative when object goes in upward direction. The time taken by a body to rise the highest point is equal to the time it takes to fall from the same height, means the time taken by the object in going in upward direction will same equal to the time taken by the object in coming in time taken by the object in going in upward direction is equal to the time taken by the object in coming in downward direction. Now this was all about the topics of gravitation, and the remaining topics of this chapter have been deleted in the 2020 syllabus. Now let us discuss some in-text questions of page number 134. We already have discussed and covered all the topics and questions in this chapter. So I have not given the answers of these questions. Simply, the first question is, state the universal law of gravitation. So we have done in last lecture that every object in this universe attracts every other object with the force which is directly proportional to the product of masses of the objects and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. And you also need not to write it again because you already have written in your notes. Write the formula to find the magnitude of the gravitational force between earth and an object on the surface of the earth. So for that you have to write this formula. F is equal to gmm by r square. R, we have taken the radius of earth because we have to find gravitational force between earth and an object, and as the distance between object and earth is measured from center of earth to the center of the object, so we have taken it is radius. Actually the distance is r radius plus some height from where the object is falling from that height to the surface of earth, but as that height is very small as compared to the radius of earth, so we have neglected that height in this formula and we simply have written r square. Now in text questions of page 136, we already have discussed this in topic, so no need to write it again in your fair notebooks. Simply you just put a heading and write there that already discussed. That's all. No need to write it again and again. What do you mean by free fall? So the free fall means when object falls freely with the help of gravitational force only towards the center of earth, that is known as free fall. What do you mean by acceleration due to gravity? So acceleration produced in an object when it falls from a height due to gravitational force is known as acceleration due to gravity. Now in text questions of page number 138, what are differences between the mass of an object and its weight? We already have discussed in last slide. Why is the weight of an object on moon as 1/6 its weight on the earth? So if this is a 1 mark question, then you simply write because the acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6 as the acceleration due to gravity on earth, and as we know W is equal to m into g. Therefore the weight of an object on moon is 1/6 its weight on earth. But beta, if this question is in 3 marks, then you have to write that derivation which we have discussed in this topic. Then you have to write this derivation. Okay, so keep it in mind that what questions have been asked and what answer you have to do. So this was all about this gravitation topic, and you have to read all the solved questions given in this chapter. In next lecture we will discuss its exercise questions. Till then, study sincerely and be healthy, and all the best. Thank you.